Hello to all my friends out there. So what I'm doing is I'm eating all my half-eaten packages. So I had a package of macaroni. So I cooked a little macaroni, maybe about a third cup. And so now I want to make some tomato soup. I bought this at Aldi's for about 50 cents. Just a I'm gonna eyeball it. So 25 cents, I don't know how much a macaroni would be. And then I usually keep about 2 cups, some kind of powdered milk for sure. So I will just pour some in there until I get it. So by adding the macaroni, you're adding a little nutrition to your, what you're doing too is, that looks good. You're making it a little bit heartier, but you're also, now this is something that might go up, you guys. What might go up is macaroni. Anything made out of wheat or flour. So, you know, the preppers have always said stock pasta. So I think that's right. Another thing they could do is they could make the bag smaller. So that would kind of make the price higher. Okay, so I took this out to show you. I've been eating this down probably a month. And this is just some macaroni, some noodles, and a few bags of beans. So I'm getting, if you go through your house and you create a cupboard or a box of half-eaten food and you start eating it up little by little, you're going to save money. And one of the followers mentioned when he started eating all his little bits of food and saving everything, I think it was a he, didn't run out of food anymore. Running out of food is going to be very serious if it happens, so you don't want to let it happen. Okay, so you want to make your own ice cubes and be thrifty. I was really bad about this. Here is my leftover mint tea from last night. I will drink some. If you carefully keep all your food, you know, it's not going to be bad to eat it up. Even if you only eat 75% of it. Dollar Tree. And the other one that's herbal is chamomile, and that's probably one of the best teas. One of the followers told me about that. Okay, so now, I hope everyone is doing good. I'm praying for all the followers. You know, life is not easy. Not at all. So what you want to do is pretty much watch out what you're doing. Secure your food, secure your water, watch out your money. If you can, get a weapon. Keep your car full of gas. Prepare for evacuation. Okay, so now, in my freezer, I have a few half-eaten packages. I have some crab, little bites of this. I could just eat it. I have a couple pieces of cheese. I have 4 of these left. I have bacon. And I have some lunch meat. So what I want to do in my refrigerator is the same thing, like create half-eaten packages area in the refrigerator and try to eat those up, because if your refrigerator is like mine, it's hard to find stuff. Okay, so one thing I bought, and this is a half-eaten package, is I bought some cheese, some Cracker Barrel cheese. And if you can grab this stuff, you know, like I did, marked down, this stuff is a real luxury. And you know, don't take things like having cheese for granted. I told you about my friend's boyfriend in prison, you know, and he was so hungry for Cracker Barrel cheese. That goes back to be grateful to God, you know. So I'm definitely, you know, the cheese is good because you could make a bean and cheese burrito. You could make a quesadilla. You could make a grilled cheese sandwich. You could put some cheese on your salad. You could make a cheeseburger. You could make a jalapeno cheeseburger. So cheese is one of those things you really want to, I keep it in the freezer, and then in my half-eaten packages I have crackers. And some things I have come to the conclusion, if you buy quality crackers, if you can buy organic milk now while we can still get it pretty cheap, you know. What is the other thing? Good wheat flour. Okay, so here is my tomato soup. This is a nice little bowl of soup, and adding the macaroni and the cheese really makes it more meal, like a little meal. Not only that, for just tasting yummy. So, you know, if some of you are new to stockpiling, the best thing you can do, don't go rushing out spending a lot of money when you first start. What you want to do is you want to go through your house, gather up all your packages of half-eaten food, and you're going to have yourself, most likely, most people, you're going to have yourself a little stockpile of food. And then, if you're very, very careful with your leftovers and you make a point to eat them, and you make a point to buy certain things really, really cheap, like the bread, half price, like a few dented cans here and there. If you don't actually want to eat them, you know, after you get them, if you don't want to actually eat them. These were the cutest plates I ever bought, and they're all ruined. This one's pretty good. What, it has a chip. So, but it was the cutest thing I ever bought. I had two of them. I've had them, if you remember. Okay, so these good wheat crackers and the macaroni. Can you imagine, you guys, just start imagining what's going to happen. No wheat, no macaroni, no crackers, no flour, and I would suggest buying the good flour if you can. Okay, one more thing and then I'm done. From time to time you can find beef jerky marked down, and that's a time to buy it. My followers have heard the story. My relative was coming across the plains. You know, they were Mormons. They were fleeing for their life. It was no joke. It wasn't, would you like to leave Missouri? It was like, would you like to be killed? Mostly they were looting the dairy farms, and you know, and basically stealing all their money. So one of the children, my relatives had a push cart. They didn't have a wagon. And one of the children was pushing the push cart from behind, and he was very, very hungry. And what he did was they had shot a buffalo, and he ate a little piece of meat along the way. He was literally starving, I'm sure. And it probably saved his life. So as soon as you can find the beef jerky, another thing, I think this would be very good for barter. I really do. Sugar, coffee, beef jerky, ammunition, you know, things you need for survival. How about the person who doesn't have any water, any clean water? One of the big dangers of the floods is the water could be contaminated with sewage. There's been a few outbreaks of really nasty things going around, so you want to watch out. The best thing you can do is keep your immunity as strong as you can and stay out of areas that might possibly be contaminated. Okay, you guys, this is good. Try this. Okay, God bless you all.